this going into one of the games yesterday. I can't remember who it was, but we saw pretty much every base apart from the one that you take just in front of your natural be taken by the Zerg, and it's so hard to defend and get a concave as the defending player, and as the attacker, it's so easy to get a concave. So Zergs really do not like that base because it just dies. It's worth taking just so you don't get attacked for like an extra 30 seconds because that base is getting killed off. Like that's pretty much the only reason you would take that base.
That is true. So, second game in the series, we do have the Green Terran Strelok spawning on the right side of this map. This is Newkirk Precinct. His opponent, the Red Zerg Dignitas Ourk, spawning on the left. And oh my god. Oh my god. Are we going to see a proxy?
It's looking like it. I couldn't see it, the SCV go straight away, but yes, it is looking like it. And is it gonna be? Ooh.
Now this is the thing. Where does he decide to put the proxy? Because so far it's
in front of where you normally take your third.
What the hell? It's direct. It's directly in the scouting
So close.
pattern of a drone. If ever Ourk decides to drone scout right now, he will see this.
And I think the Overlord might see it. It's going to be so close. I think it's just going to be out of range.
I think he will not.
No, I don't think it will.
He might. No. Yeah, this is so tense. Oh, he sees it! He sees it!
Absolutely awesome for Ourk there. He will realize what is going on. And, the rally point on that Overlord was into the normal proxy position, so this is quite a big deal. We do, of course, have the gas already being mined. He has 44. He will have enough for the Reaper as it pops.
Oh, and the drone is too late to the party, not being able to kill the SCV before the barracks complete. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty tough defense for Ourk. Pool is on the way, but it is still about 40 seconds away from being done. The first Reaper is on the way. And bunker under construction. Now, keep in mind, Strelok can follow this up with Marines. He will use the Reaper to control the drone movement, keep his SCV alive, and then he will fill the bunker with Marines, and that will be enough to cause a whole lot of problems for
Reaper gets
Ourk.
spotted. I wonder if this base will get cancelled. Like, I doubt it because Ourk will be behind, but he's gonna have such a hard time actually defending it. It's like the hardest time possible. He's got to build some queens and maybe even a spine. He needs to get that queen definitely. Okay, the base is now finished. The bunker finishing. The Marines are now joining in, and this has just got so much harder for Ourk.
Oh yeah, second bunker going up as well. Now inside Strelok's base, we do see a factory follow-up. This is a build he did yesterday that we saw him crush. What was his name? The Diamond Zerg.
I have no idea. I can't actually remember most of yesterday's games.
God, I love the creeping up on those bunkers. It looks really unsettling at the same time, but especially the color of it. But it's really cool to see.
It is. It's actually a really nice design feature. All right, so Ourk is coming down with the spine crawler. He's got a bunch of Zerglings. There is also the second queen that is going to join in. He's going to go for a full surround here and hopefully get it. Of course, he needs to get the SCVs at the same time because, of course, they are repairing. And not all the Zerglings are fighting. The spine does finish. The SCVs go down. The queens are joining in. One bunker goes down. The second gets filled up, but that, of course, will go down as well. And everything should get cleaned up as the bunker gets taken out.
Yep, so everything...
That was a pretty good defense.
That was a very good defense, I have to say. Even this one queen survives with 20-odd hit points on her. Behind this, we do see Strelok already producing Hellions, so he was kind of expecting this to happen.
Yeah.
Eventually, the question is how much damage you can do before this gets defended. And if it doesn't get defended, then yay, free win, thank you very much. Starport on the way as well. We see Ourk taking double gas in the meantime, and the armory is already constructed, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, there we go. The first Hellbats are on the way.
And this should get spotted. The Overlord is moving down. He spots the armory. That should kind of give him a good idea of what's going on, as he has seen the reactor factory, the starport now being made. And that hopefully will give him a really good idea of what is going on. There is a spine crawler being morphed into the main as well. So, good idea. We have the spine crawler at the natural, which is kind of defending from these Hellions. We also have the gases being taken, but not 100 gas just yet. So, no speed.
Now I like that Ourk is producing queens, or has produced more queens. Those queens are going to be essential in keeping him alive and mitigating the damage that Strelok is about to do with those Hellbats. Let's see. Yep, there goes the first load up into the medevac. The one lonely Hellbat, the lonely hero, the cowboy, just riding into the setting sun. Alone, trekking the wastes of Newkirk Precinct here, and then deciding that he's too big of a coward and goes back. No, he goes forward again. Can't decide
if Ourk
really.
is paying attention, he should see this Overlord. With this Overlord, that the drop is incoming. Is of course Zerglings, which he doesn't really want to fight Hellbats with. But here come the Queens. 4 Queens can do a pretty good job of this. It looks like we're going to have some elevator play coming out of Strelok, and 2 Hellbats getting targeted down.
Oh,
Not
a lot of Zerglings will get damaged, but that elevator play just wasn't fast enough. But that one Hellbat and 2 Hellions are going to be looking for a place to unload. Ourk so far defending really well. Considering this is a 1-base build by Strelok, he has to break his opponent with it, or just pretty much die later on. Now we have Banshees in the mix right now as well, and you know, the trap or the cards rather have been shown by Strelok, so Ourk is being really alert to everything what is happening. He's pre-splitting up his army, part in the natural, part in the main. He's just trying to go macro off of this, even though he does know that there is no expansion for the turn yet.
We have 10 seconds until Cloak finishes for the Banshees. There is no spores, no lair tech either, as it is only now starting. So these Banshees could do a chunk of damage. Where is it though? Okay, it's waiting by this barracks for some Marauders to pop out. And we have Concussive Shell coming out of this tech lab. Okay, that's a bit interesting. We do have a lot of Hellbats, you know, Hellions, Marauders. Of course, I will deal with Zerglin Roach pretty well, actually. And of course, he's not capitalizing on this Banshee. I don't think he realizes that, you know, he can do so much damage. So much
Maybe
damage.
he's just waiting for the second one so that he can one-shot drones?
Yes, it seems that way, but Lair is now 15 seconds away, and that means, of course, Overseer is like 25 seconds away. And there's the Cloak. An inject does go down. Spore being morphed in the main base, and there is your Lair tech. Overseer being morphed, great reactions. He pulls the drones, of course he does not want to lose them, but then of course they just go back, so he will lose a lot. Oh.
He will lose a lot indeed before that Overseer morphs or the energy runs out. 14 drones have been killed, but doesn't really matter. Ourk is still on 34 drones, which is really good. And meanwhile, we do see these Hellbats and Marauders fighting the Roaches. The Roaches are inevitably going to go down because they are not very good fighters versus Marauders with concussive shells. And of course, even less versus Banshees because they can't shoot up. And can Ourk actually lose this on account of not producing enough army units just in time?
I think so, yeah. He just lost a lot of drones as well, which, you know, he produced a lot of drones and then lost them, which never really helps. But natural, bloody hell, Hellbats and Marauders take out buildings fast with the Banshee support. And I'm pretty sure Ourk's lost. I don't think he realized that his opponent hasn't expanded. I think he thought this was some sort of 2-base play, not 1.
I think that very well might be the case. I really, like when I saw and all these drones, and this should be it. When I saw the third base attempt by Ourk, I was really confused. I thought why would you take a third base when the turn is on 1? That is risky, kind of. Even still, with enough army, Ourk would have been able to hold this. The queens are standing valiantly as it is. A couple of roaches. This army might get cleaned up eventually, but I rather doubt it. Hellbats being as strong as they are.
It's super close. The medevac's still getting taken out. There is a Raven here. There is one medevac left, but it's only 2 queens and a single roach now, and this is not going to work out for Ourk at all. It was super close, but
Yeah.
unfortunately he did not.
And there we see the GG, good luck, bud.
And yeah, Strelok wins the series to move on to the next round.